Hey, what's going on? I'm Devin.
I'm Jeff.
And we are Basic Bros Reaction. Hey, what's up? And welcome back to Basic Bros Reactions. Today we are stoked because we're going to be doing a reaction to NMIXX, and I think this is a pre-release track called Sonar, Breaker. And so NMIXX kind of has had a kind of weird kind of history because they started off with like a mix pop sound where it was like mixing almost like two songs together.
Okay.
And that's how they kind of originally came out, and like it was pretty polarizing. And so then kind of recently they've kind of been more, they toned it down a lot. And so then people have kind of been like, oh, we miss the old NMIXX sound, even though it was very controversial, relatively speaking. But now they've been playing it kind of safe. So from what I've kind of heard is this is kind of in more the vein of their mixed pop sound that they originally came out with. Just a little bit more toned down. So it's just kind of one of those, because they're from a big company, the same company as like Twice and ITZY and just like these big girl groups. And so they came out, and so it's just been kind of a rock, not the most smoothest kind of path, but I'm excited to see, because especially if they kind of have that mixed pop sound, because I was one of those people who hated their mixed pop sound, and then when they switched away from it, I was like, oh, it's kind of
Really?
Boring now. I kind of miss it. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
it's kind because it was like, it's one of those, their songs before was like, you may not like it, but you would remember it. And you know, with a lot of reactions that we do, a lot of times, you know, we kind of forget the songs and everything, and they just kind of start to blend together.
I forget the ones I don't like.
Yeah, and so even if you didn't like the old music, you would remember it because it was very like that. So we will see if they're kind of back to more of their old sound, and we, you know.
Yeah. Better not contribute to them going back to the. You're the hater that made them go away from it. So we'll see if they get back to it, just for you.
Yes,
just for you.
So we will get into this reaction in 3, 2, 1. They're super talented, like.
They're part of the Illuminati, y'all.
She's a super good vocalist.
Do you know what Sonar means? Side out. Okay, alright. Sounds cool.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
They have, great vocals.
They do.
Okay, that was just kind of like not as rough transition, relatively speaking.
It worked, definitely, yeah. It wasn't like a lot of songs where I feel like they just forced a different transition. I like it. All right. Gotta end up with a cool graphic. Dude, there was a lot going on in that video. I don't know if I spaced out a little bit because it was just sensory overload, or if I just spaced out because I do that a lot. But there was a lot of different visuals, great vocals. Is this a comeback?
Pre-release for a comeback, I think.
For a good comeback, what I feel like pre-release comeback. So what do you think about that?
I enjoyed it. It's not my favorite. Like, I'm not in love with it, but I enjoyed it. They did it was like a diet mix pop where it was like a little, like it wasn't as.
I wondered
crazy.
if that was what you were looking for.
No, it wasn't as crazy, but it was still there when they did like their little switch up, and they really let their vocals shine. And so they are. Because once again, they're such a talented all around group. Because especially when you get to groups that are like larger, I would say like than 5 or 6 members. Usually, you have a member like, oh, like these members can dance really well, or these members can sing really well.
Yeah.
But they overall are super talented. Like they all are really good dancers. Like even their worst dancers could probably be lead dancers in another group, and they're all are vocally strong. And so it's always just that hard line of being able, because I feel like sometimes they're not able to showcase their true talents, all their talents, and I don't necessarily feel like this song really showcased their full talents. But it wasn't bad. But I mean, like, the dance was kind of cute, but it wasn't like.
There wasn't craziness.
Yeah, there was not like it even has to be crazy.
I probably could have done
that. The dance, like it just was to me. It wasn't bad, but it was just kind of like I just almost like went more. Felt like it was like missing just a little something.
Yeah. It didn't seem
but
like
there was a lot going on. But like
extreme difficulty to it. Does that sound?
I wouldn't say that.
I feel like I could have done it.
You couldn't though. I would put like life savings that you couldn't, because it's not like the thing about it is even
there's
like
definitely parts that I could have done.
There's parts of it maybe, I don't know, because we had this conversation because not necessarily, I don't think it was with you. I think it was with Britain, and we were doing Somi's flash forward, and I was like, "Oh, that dance looks super simple." But then I was like trying to learn it one day, and I was like, "Oh, this is actually like a lot of intricate hand movements that you don't think about because you just see it and you're like, oh, that looks easy." But when you're trying to get your hands into those angles and trying to get those elbows.
You know about those elbows.
It's a little bit different. So I wouldn't say that it was necessarily like super easy.
I locked
just
myself
felt like
in a cave for
like,
3 months. I could do it.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was fine, and it makes me intrigued to kind of hear what their title track will be, what their big comeback will be. So I guess it serves its purpose. I guess it's. But I wasn't like, oh, I'm loving this. I'm going to be putting this on my playlist, and I can't wait to listen to this again. It's not like that, but it wasn't like I hate it or I'm like, oh, I don't like this sound. It just didn't do it for me, but it wasn't bad. It was enjoyable, but...
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
So what would you rate it then?
Middle of the pack is 7, I think. 7.0.
Yeah, I think that I am going to just go right with you and give it a 7, a solid 7.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
Way to go. There we go.
So let us know down in the comments below what you thought of this song and video, and what you think of this sound, and are you excited for their title track? And don't forget to hit that like and that subscribe button and ding that bell so you get notified whenever we are dropping reactions. We are Basic Bros Reactions.